The sun is rising over Orlando. The sky is painted with soft pink and golden colors. Sarah slowly opens her eyes in her hotel room. She stretches, yawns, and whispers to herself with a smile. Good morning, Orlando. Today is my adventure. She looks around, feeling that mix of excitement and nervousness that always comes on the first day in a new city. She pulls the curtain, lets the warm Florida air come in, and thinks, have you ever woken up in a place you don't know and felt a little lost but also full of energy? That's me, right now. Sarah takes a small notebook from her bag, where she wrote down some useful phrases for the day. She flips through the pages and reads softly. Good morning. I would like breakfast. What time is? Where can I? She laughs and practices aloud, almost like talking to a friend. Good morning. I would like breakfast. Where can I? She stops, giggles, and says, can you repeat with me? Good morning. Perfect. I would like breakfast. Great. Even in this private moment, Sarah shares her thoughts with the audience. Sometimes I feel shy. What if my pronunciation is wrong? What if they don't understand me? But then I remember confidence is more important than perfection. People understand your effort. And that's what I want you to feel today too. Confidence. She gets dressed, chooses comfortable clothes for a long walking day, brushes her teeth, and heads downstairs for breakfast. At the buffet, she practices in her head, can I have coffee? Please, can I have orange juice? Where is the bus stop? She takes a deep breath and smiles. See how easy it is? Real English is not about big, complicated grammar. It's about small, simple, daily phrases. This is the secret no textbook teaches. She finishes breakfast, closes her notebook, and says, with determination. So, by the way, if you enjoy this kind of story and want to support the channel, just hype this video. It helps YouTube show it to more people and keeps this project growing. And there's also the super thanks button. It's like a little way of saying thank you, sending a suggestion, or even asking for a topic. But, of course, only do it if you really feel this work deserves it. For me, it's already such an honor to have you here watching. Honestly, if you just leave a like and a comment, that already helps me so much. Let's start this day together. No fear, just small phrases and small victories. By the end of today, we'll see how powerful we already are. With that promise in mind, Sarah grabs her bag and goes to the hotel lobby. The lobby is full of tourists. Children are laughing, bags are rolling across the floor, and the sound of voices mixes with the smell of fresh coffee. Sarah feels her heart beat faster. Okay, time to practice. This is the real test. She walks to the receptionist, smiles, and says clearly, "Good morning." The receptionist replies with the same warmth. "Good morning. How can I help you?" Sarah feels a small hesitation but remembers her notebook. She breathes in and says slowly, "I need some information, please. How can I go to Universal Studios?" The receptionist nods and answers kindly. "You can take the bus outside, or you can call a taxi. The bus stop is right across the street." Sarah repeats softly, almost to herself, "Bus stop across the street." She writes the words in her notebook, practicing like a student who wants to remember forever. She looks at the camera and admits, "Sometimes I understand only the key words, and that's enough." You don't need to understand every single word. Just listen for the most important parts. That's how I survive conversations. She replays the scene for the audience like a small rehearsal. "Good morning. How can I go to Universal Studios?" "Take the bus. The bus stop is across the street." She pauses and says with a smile, "Now it's your turn. Repeat with me. How can I go to Universal Studios?" Perfect. "The bus stop is across the street." Excellent. Sarah feels more confident and tries one more question. "What time does the bus come?" The receptionist responds, "Every 20 minutes. She repeats happily, "Every 20 minutes. That's so useful." She thanks the receptionist warmly. "Thank you so much." And the receptionist answers, "You're welcome. Have a nice day." As she walks out of the hotel, Sarah reflects with a big smile. "See? Just a few words, and I already unlocked my morning." Real English is simple, natural, and practical. You don't need to be perfect. You only need confidence. With that thought, she steps onto the busy street, ready for her next challenge, buying her ticket and asking for directions. The sun is already shining strong when Sarah steps out of the hotel. The street is alive. Cars passing by, people walking fast, the sound of laughter and voices in different languages. She feels the excitement of being in a new city, but also that little nervousness inside. She takes a deep breath and whispers to herself, "Okay, Sarah, speak without fear. You can do this." Her goal now is clear: buy her ticket and find the right way to the park. She crosses the street and sees a small ticket booth. The line is not too long, but she can feel her hands getting a little sweaty. She remembers her notebook, opens it quickly, and reviews her phrases. How much is the ticket? One ticket, please. Where is the park? She smiles nervously and says, "That's enough. I don't need perfect English, just clear words." When it's her turn, she steps forward and greets the clerk. "Good morning." The clerk smiles and says, "Good morning. How many tickets?" Sarah hesitates for a second, then answers, "One ticket, please." The clerk types on the computer and says, "That will be $120. Sarah repeats softly to herself, 120. Okay? She pays, receives the ticket, and feels relief wash over her. She did it. She looks at the camera with a playful smile. Don't make this mistake. Sometimes we try to use long, complicated sentences, but the truth is, short phrases are enough. Look, one ticket, please. Easy, right? Now, ticket in hand, Sarah's next challenge is finding the right bus. She looks around, but she feels a little lost. She sees a local woman waiting at the corner. Sarah takes a deep breath and approaches her with a smile. Excuse me. Where is the bus stop for Universal Studios? The woman answers quickly. Oh, it's 2 blocks down. Then turn right. Sarah catches only part of it. 2 blocks. Turn right. She smiles politely and says, "Thank you. Can you repeat slowly, please?" The woman repeats, 2 blocks down. Then turn right. This time, Sarah nods with confidence. Got it. 2 blocks, then right. Thank you so much. She turns to the audience and shares honestly. This used to be one of my biggest fears. People speak too fast, and I freeze? Maybe you feel the same, but here's the secret. Don't be afraid to ask again. Just smile and say, "Can you repeat slowly, please?" And trust me, people will always help you. She practices out loud while walking. 2 blocks down, turn right. 2 blocks down, turn right. She even laughs a little. See, it's like a song. When you repeat, it stays in your memory. A couple of minutes later, Sarah sees a sign for the bus stop. She feels proud of herself. She whispers, "Yes, I made it." Then she looks at the camera and says, "Confidence is not about speaking perfectly. It's about asking, listening, and trying again." That's real-life English. She sits at the bus stop, holds her ticket tightly, and takes a deep breath. The sound of traffic mixes with the excited voices of other tourists waiting for the same bus. Sarah smiles and reflects. Every small phrase is like a key. Today, I unlocked breakfast. I unlocked the hotel information. Now I unlocked directions. This is how transformation happens, one small phrase at a time. As the bus approaches, she stands ready for the next chapter of her day. She looks at the camera one more time and says, "So, are you ready to unlock your English too? Let's keep going." Our next stop, the restaurant. Let's learn how to order food without fear. The bus ride is short but full of energy. Tourists are talking, children are laughing, and Sarah looks out the window, feeling that mix of curiosity and hunger. By the time she arrives near the park, her stomach is already making noises. She laughs to herself. Okay, I need food before I start this adventure. She walks down a busy street filled with restaurants, colorful signs, and delicious smells coming from every corner. There are hamburgers, pizza, tacos, even Brazilian food. But Sarah chooses a typical American diner with red chairs, shiny tables, and music playing softly in the background. She takes a deep breath before ordering food. This always makes me nervous. What if I don't understand the waiter? What if they ask me something unexpected? But no fear, Sarah. Real English is simple. The waiter greets her warmly. "Hi, welcome. Table for 1. Sarah nods and smiles. "Yes, table for 1, please." He leads her to a booth by the window and gives her a menu. Sarah opens the menu, but it feels overwhelming. So many options, so many words she doesn't know. She looks at the audience and says, "Do you feel this too?" Sometimes the menu feels like a dictionary, but here's my trick. I focus on simple things I recognize: burger, salad, coffee, no stress. When the waiter comes back, Sarah is ready. She says clearly, "I would like a cheeseburger and a small salad, please." The waiter asks, "Would you like fries with that?" For a moment, she freezes. She didn't expect that question. But then she remembers to keep it simple. "No, thank you." The waiter smiles and writes it down. Then he asks another question. "What would you like to drink?" Sarah answers quickly, this time, "Water, please." As the waiter leaves, she sighs with relief. "See? I did it. I didn't need perfect English, just short answers. Yes, please. No, thank you. Water, please." That's enough. While waiting for her food, she practices a mini dialogue with the audience, like a friend teaching a secret. I would like a cheeseburger. Waiter, would you like fries with that? No, thank you. Waiter, what would you like to drink? Water, please. She smiles and says, "Now you try. Repeat with me. I would like a cheeseburger." Good? No, thank you. Excellent. Water, please. Perfect. When the food arrives, Sarah looks delighted. The burger smells amazing, the salad is fresh, and the cold glass of water feels like heaven in the Florida heat. She takes a bite and laughs softly. This is not only food, this is confidence. Every small order is a victory. She reflects honestly. When I first tried to order in English, I was so nervous. I thought everyone was watching me. I thought my accent was terrible. But you know what? Nobody cares. People are kind, and mistakes are normal. The important thing is you try. That's how you grow between bites. She adds another practical phrase for the audience. "Excuse me, can I have the check, please?" She repeats slowly, making sure everyone can follow. "Can I have the check, please?" She explains, with this sentence, you can survive in any restaurant. When the waiter brings the check, Sarah pays and thanks him warmly. "Thank you so much." He replies, "You're welcome. Have a great day." Walking out of the restaurant, Sarah feels a wave of pride. She looks at the camera with a satisfied smile. Do you see how small phrases can unlock big moments? Now I'm ready for the park. Let's go and let's see how to ask for help in unexpected situations. Families, friends, and tourists from all over the world. Excited voices mix with the music from the speakers, and Sarah feels like she has stepped into a movie. She looks at the giant roller coasters in the distance and smiles. This is it. This is why I came. She walks around, exploring every corner. But soon she realizes something. She doesn't know where she is. The park is huge, full of signs, but all the colors and attractions make her feel a little lost. She stops, takes a deep breath, and whispers, "Okay, don't panic. This is just another opportunity to practice English." Sarah looks around and sees a park employee wearing a bright uniform. She gathers courage and approaches with a smile. "Excuse me, can you help me, please?" The employee nods kindly. "Of course. What do you need?" Sarah hesitates, then says slowly, "I can't find the exit. Where is the way out?" The employee smiles and explains, "No problem. Go straight, then turn left at the fountain. You'll see the exit signs." Sarah listens carefully, repeats the keywords to herself. Straight, left, fountain, exit. She thanks the employee. "Thank you so much." As she walks, she turns to the audience. "This happens to me a lot. I don't understand every single word, but the secret is focus on the keywords. Straight, left, fountain, exit. That's enough. Don't be afraid to ask again if you need to prove the point." She stops halfway and laughs. "Let's practice together. Repeat with me. Excuse me. Can you help me, please?" "Good. Where is the exit?" "Perfect. Straight, left, fountain, exit. Easy, right?" She follows the directions, finds the fountain, and finally sees the exit signs. A wave of relief and pride washes over her. She smiles and says softly, "I did it. I survived an unexpected situation in English." But then another small challenge appears. A family nearby asks her for help. "Excuse me, do you know where the restroom is?" Sarah feels surprised. She wasn't expecting someone to ask her, but she points politely and answers, "Yes, over there, near the fountain." The family smiles. "Thank you." Sarah laughs to herself. "Look at that. I came here to ask for help, and now I'm helping others." That's the real transformation from shy to confident. She reflects with honesty. When you're in another country, unexpected things happen all the time. You miss a bus. You can't find the restroom. You lose your way. But every one of these moments is a chance to practice, to grow, and to see that you can survive. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be brave. As the sun starts to go down, Sarah sits on a bench to rest. She looks around, kids running with ice cream, couples taking photos, music playing in the background. She feels tired, but also proud. She whispers, "Today I unlocked another door. I learned how to ask for help, and that is one of the most powerful tools in real life English." She smiles warmly at the camera and says, "Remember this? Never be afraid to say, 'Can you help me, please?' Those 5 words can save your day." With that thought, she gathers her things, ready to return to the hotel and close her adventure with a reflection. The evening sky in Orlando glows with soft orange and purple colors as Sarah finally returns to her hotel. Her steps are slower now. She feels tired after a long day, but there's a smile on her face. She pushes the door, walks into her room, and sits on the bed with a deep sigh. Wow, what a day! She takes off her shoes, places her bag on the chair, and opens her little notebook. The pages are now filled with new words, quick notes, and small victories. She runs her fingers over the words she wrote earlier. Bus stop. Across the street every 20 minutes. Cheeseburger. Water. Please. Straight. Fountain. Exit. She smiles softly and says, "These are not just words. These are my keys." Today, each small phrase unlocked a new part of the city for me. Sarah looks at the camera, more relaxed now, almost like talking to a close friend before going to sleep. I used to think I would never feel confident in English. I thought fluency was impossible for me. But today I survived in Orlando with simple, real phrases. And you know what? That's enough. That's progress. She remembers the little victories of the day, saying good morning at the hotel, asking about the bus, ordering food without fear, and even asking for help when she was lost. Each phrase gave me power. Each phrase gave me connection, and now, at the end of the day, I feel proud. Do you feel that too? That little spark of confidence? She leans back on the bed, reflecting with calmness. Learning a language is not about being perfect. It's about feeling part of the world. Today, I felt that even with my accent, even with mistakes, I was part of Orlando. And that is the real transformation. Sarah closes her notebook slowly, places it on the nightstand, and whispers almost like a secret, "You already have everything you need." Small sentences, daily practice, and courage to speak without fear. That's how fluency is built. She smiles warmly and says to the audience, "So, what about you? What's one sentence in English you'd love to say without fear?" Write it down, practice it, and tomorrow, use it. Every day is a chance to unlock more. With a final look at the window where the city lights start to shine, Sarah concludes, "Today I survived one full day in Orlando using simple English, and if I can do it, you can too." This is our journey from shy to confident, from silence to connection, step by step, phrase by phrase. She gives a gentle smile and waves. If this video makes sense for you, please give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Every little hype helps. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. Good night, my friends. Sarah turns off the light, lies down on the bed, and the room fades into quiet, ending the day with a sense of peace, progress, and